Natural resources are often seen as a path to prosperity. Countries rich in oil, gold, and diamonds should, in theory, be among the wealthiest in the world. But what if I told you that these resources can actually make a country poorer? Let's take the case of Iraq. With one of the largest oil reserves in the world, Iraq should be thriving. But here's what actually happens when a country becomes overly dependent on resource exports. As Iraq sells more oil, foreign money pours in. This increases demand for the Iraqi dinar, causing its value to appreciate. A stronger currency might sound like a good thing, but here's the catch. It makes everything else Iraq produces more expensive for international buyers. Take Iraqi dates, for example, a product once exported globally. As the dinar strengthened, the price of Iraqi dates rose, making them uncompetitive in international markets. The result? Farmers and small businesses suffered, and Iraq's non-oil economy weakened. There's another problem: employment. Oil production is highly capital-intensive, but employs very few people. In contrast, industries like manufacturing and agriculture create millions of jobs. So as investment shifts towards oil, other industries shrink. This suppresses wage growth over time and leaves the economy with fewer opportunities outside the resource sector. And then there's volatility. Oil prices are unstable, and when they crash, resource-dependent economies face disaster. Iraq's government expands spending when oil prices are high. But when prices collapse, as they did in 2014, the economy goes into crisis, leading to massive budget deficits, inflation, and economic turmoil. Venezuela is an extreme case of this. After years of booming oil wealth, a price crash led to hyperinflation, economic collapse, and political instability. Some countries, however, avoided this trap. The United Arab Emirates used its oil revenue to create the Abu Dhabi Investment Authority, one of the world's largest sovereign wealth funds. Instead of relying solely on oil, the UAE diversified into finance, tourism, and technology. Similarly, Norway reinvested its oil profits into a $1 trillion sovereign wealth fund, ensuring economic stability even when oil prices fluctuate. And in Africa, Botswana carefully managed its diamond wealth by investing in infrastructure and education rather than letting corruption take over. So can oil, gold, and diamonds make a country poor? The answer is yes, if that wealth is not managed properly. Without economic diversification and sound policies, resource-rich countries risk stagnation, job losses, and long-term decline. Here's something to note, by the way. Many of the fastest-growing economies in the world are populated Asian countries that are resource poor.